This is where we're going to take a look at Auburn's offense under DJ Durkin, new offensive coordinator, and sole play caller apparently, Derrick Nix. Really fun game. Actually got some receivers on the field. They spent all that money on that receiving room. Finally got them out there. We're going to look at some of the schemes, some of the things that they did. And right here, empty early against Vandy. And must have been a look that they really liked. And all this was is a curl flat, 3rd and 8. So this is a situation where you're trying to get it, especially back deep, and all they do is basically a curl flat. These guys, they're faking a screen on the outside. You got the curl from the inside instead of a flat route or an out route. So right on this one, you're looking spot. Catch the ball there, spot, just guarded by the linebacker from this side. So they're going to go curl, flat right there. They actually get out of the pocket just a little bit, and that curl works into that window. Tons of space right here on a 3rd and 8. Giving up way too much cushion here by those safeties. Moving out of the pocket just a little bit. Easy throwing catch right there for a first down early in the game on 3rd and 8 here at an empty. Something that Auburn hadn't really done a whole lot of until really this week. Very next play still in empty. And right here all they're working is trying to get this defender out of the box. They're running stick, old-fashioned stick, so you got an out route right there. Forced outside release. Something over here probably trying to work this defender. We'll see some routes later on. They take advantage of that space. Tons of space here in the middle of the field. When you go too high right here with the forefront, you got lots of space there in the middle. On this one, just man, a timing throw right there. Put it on the body of the stick. And he's going to go vertical right there. Really easy throwing catch here at an empty. Taking that easy stick, make that linebacker get even wider out of the box. Same drive this time, big play. They've got everybody lined up. This is a 3rd and 19, so long yard situation. Something you got to think about as a defense. They're going to screen you, they're going to run you, or maybe they'll just take a shot and try to go vertical. And right here, with the way the defense is lined up with everybody on the line, pretty smart. Hey, let's get this ball out of our hand, especially at an empty. They could bring 6 and be hot. So we just got to get the ball out right now. And that's what they do. Just a jailbait screen. Everybody's releasing over there to the front side of the screen. Just an easy throwing catch here. You just got to get it around this defender. The defensive end, just get his hands down just enough to get it around. Taking care of those guys. Now you've got these old linemen getting out. If they get just a piece of this guy, chance for a big play. And that's what happens right here. So they split it. And now, because they were being aggressive there, Vandy was. They got those linemen out. Took a body for a body. And now big play there for Auburn. Again, getting the ball to their guys in space, something they hadn't been doing. But, man, empty that first drive was really big. Same drive, same play right here. Again, this linebacker's got to get wider if they're going to run that stick. So a stick, you got your out, you got your fade. Something down here trying to work, again, that middle of the field. And on this one, boom, catch it. He's not wide enough. Throw him the ball. This is a 3rd and 6. Easy throwing catch right there, right at the sticks. Get vertical so we make sure that we get that first down. Definitely don't go backwards, which is what he does right there, but he makes him miss. Falls forward for about another 3. So it does get a first down right there. Linebacker's not wide enough. He's probably sitting in the box thinking quarterback can run a little bit, which he can. And now once he gets wider, now you can work some stuff to the middle, maybe slants. Obviously quarterback draw, all that. Having a dynamic guy back there at quarterback obviously makes this even more difficult for the defense whenever you get into empty, especially with the amount of guys and absolute studs out there on the outside for Auburn. Amazing. This is kind of the first time they really were working that empty set and that package this year. Same drive, and they went from empty to now they're in a 21 personnel set. One receiver on each side. They're running a bang 8, and they know, hey, they're in a 1 high look. I want to get a good play action because we are running inside zone. We could hand it, especially if they're in a 2 high look. But right here, 1 high, as long as he steps in and doesn't just fly out to it, I can rip this bang 8 to that window. Outside receiver here has got to beat this corner, which he has outside leverage. So boom, stick. The receiver's job is to beat the corner. Quarterback's job, I got to beat the safety. I got to beat these linebackers by throwing through windows and with a little bit of a play fake. And right here, as they're riding, you see the safety stepping up. Already got inside leverage, so it's going to be good right there for the bang 8 to win. And then a good accurate ball on the body to finish in the end zone. So again, being aggressive, running some bang 8s. And of course, I don't like the leverage here by the DB. DB down here is a lot better since he knows he doesn't really have any safety help. He's got inside leverage, force that guy to run the fade, which of course later in the game they're able to take advantage of as well. First drive right there for the Auburn offense against Vandy was really good. Of course, Derrick Nix getting into pretty good rhythm there at some empty sets right here. Getting a little bit of RPO game going. So right here on this one, you see 6 men walk down. This is on a 2nd and 10, 6 men walk down. They're running hitches here on the outside and zone base. So as long as this guy stays in there, I've either got to get this ball out of my hand because we're minus in the box, or I could read that guy for the possible run, turn it like a load option. And right here on this one, I guess they're seeing, hey, they are giving lots of space right there with the 1 high look, trying to combo this. So right here, he pulls it. And then, of course, man, you got to be a tough dude getting hit right in the chest as you throw the hitch. And, of course, again, get it to your guys in space. And that's what they do right here. Those guys, they're bringing 6 into the box, playing off, take your completion. That's what they're able to do right there. Create an explosive play, giving it a little bit of a RPO chance right there for the quarterback. If you got it uncovered, take advantage of it. Get the ball to your guys in space. Another great look here, and Vandy's trying to change up this look against empty. So they had a forefront, now they're dropping this end out. So now you get an extra guy out for the pass so you can take up more lanes. And on this one, again, you're looking at stick, They brought this linebacker right here. Doesn't like because his safety's rolling down really hard, rolling back. So a lot different look here than what they had in the first drive. You're getting an out. You're getting an in right here, so you're getting a high-low. This linebacker's rotating with the eyes. So you see quarterback's eyes. First thing he's looking for is a stick, just like they hit on the last drive. Now, of course, that safety's rolling hard. You could possibly put it on him, but you'd have to get that ball out quickly. But he didn't like it, so now I'm going to get to the backside, find my in, and I've got my out right there. So this is a really good read. So doesn't like it, the safety's rolling down. Finally get to the backside. There's your basic. He's already got good inside leverage right there on that corner that's just dropping hard. Speed cut that thing, throw it through the window, not over backers. And running receiver's able to get down and make a play, of course. One of the better receivers in the country. Got to give him a chance as many times as possible in this game. But again, hey, really good read. Eyes are moving along with his feet at the same time. We'll get to the backside, drill that square in into the window. Good job getting down, making a play right there by Cam Coleman. Another look here, just changing it up a little bit. You're in an unbalanced set, so you got your tight end, three receivers, so he's covered up, so he's ineligible. This guy's going to actually get out into the fit, just basically a flood route, but now we're getting the back out to the flats. So now we got a chance. We're actually protecting here with the tight end as well. Just moving the pocket a little bit. Everybody's getting a lot of depth, and that back leaks out kind of late with that sprint out. Easy throw and catch. Now let's get vertical again. First 10 right here. Red zone goal line area. 11-yard line. They're just running power, man. We're going to get down block back, gap hinge, leave this guy. There's really nobody in the box for the puller. So you're getting a puller going around for the front side, and you've also got the running back leading as well. So right there we're plus in the box. As long as that wide end doesn't have a chance. And safety. Backside safety is the only guy that can fit in. And as you see, they're really trying to play hard over the top, thinking maybe fades and stuff like that with the way that they have those guys on the outside. So the box is awesome to run quarterback power. That's what happens right there. And they even have an extra guy. So this back really doesn't have anybody to block. He's just wandering around out there. But right there, quarterback finds a way, gets in the end zone. Another great call by Derrick Nix down there in the red zone goal line area. Here's what I'm talking about as far as tempo. Ball's getting snapped with 32 seconds, 1st and 10. This is what you really want to do. They're in trips to the left, and they're running an RPO. So you're getting hitches here. He's got to get out. They're going to block those 4, double up to the mic. So base, double there, up, base, base. So it should be great as long as he gets out of the box. If he doesn't get out of the box, you can flip that hitch out there to him. Playing with tempo with the RPO game, getting downhill. Man, I like it, man. If we could have done this early in the season, I think they would have had a chance. But right here, really good job. Outside linebacker. Our inside linebacker's getting out of the box, trying to cover up the hitch. Hand the ball 5-on-5 in the box, too high look. Great job falling forward. Another look here, ball getting snapped. And one thing you want to see is when you're going tempo. Now, of course, this says 40, but obviously that's not right. You want to see these guys backing up. If you're getting it with tempo, that guy's not going to get set when the ball gets snapped. So I really like the tempo here, getting the ball snapped. Same play call. I mean, it's one of those things they probably just say, let's do that one again. You got a hitch. He's got to get wide. Block the 4 down to the mic. And if that guy gets wide, which he does, he seems to slide out of the box, hand the ball, fake the throw, to hold him for just a count. And again, playing fast, playing with tempo. You find something you like, hit it. Find something you like, run it again. See what happens, man. Let your guys play faster, get into their legs a little bit instead of just sitting there letting everybody get their cleats set. And again, that helps the O-line, that helps the quarterback, that helps everybody because they can't get into a bunch of elaborate looks and try to confuse you on the defensive side. All right, so now we saw they had the RPO over here. There was a too high look. They went zone base. Now they're going zone base, but now we're throwing the bang 8 RPO since it's a 1 high look. So 1 high look, he's out of the box. They can still get 6 into it, as you see right here. Once the ball gets snapped, quarterback's eyes go to this cat right here. If he does anything other than drop back or guard that guy, make it 2-on-1 here, he's going to pull it. He's going to have to get as friendly as he can on that basic or that in route. Probably more like a glance, obviously, but right here, once he sticks it, he feels him on his back, so he gets friendly to the quarterback to beat the DB to the ball. And without that outside linebacker dropping to him, you know there's going to be a window. So right there, drill it to him, put it on his body. And again, it's one of the better players in the country. Good hands catch right there in traffic. Again, hey, just controlling the secondary and how they can play the run. He's got to be out of it. He's the only guy that can be in. Now with a 1 high look, we got to take care of that guy with the bang 8 RPO, which is what they do right here. Good accurate throw on the RPO, getting a pretty good play there, Cam Coleman. So one of the great things about this game and what they were doing offensively is that you could see things working off of the plays that they'd already ran. It wasn't just, hey, a random play, a random formation, a random motion. Is stuff that worked off of each other. And here's another one there, an empty. And of course, we saw earlier they were throwing this stick right here quite a bit. And now, instead of throwing that stick, you see he's dropping to it. He's trying to get depth. They changed up their look a little bit. Now we're going to run the basic into the window. So let him drive it. Now let's throw that basic into the window behind it, working off of the exact play that we just ran earlier in the game. So right there, drives to it. There's your basic. There's your window. You got to anticipate this because the way he's dropping. But right here, this is a good throw. Rip it through that window. Makes the play right there again. Tons of space in the middle of the field because we had set that up by throwing that hitch 2 or 3 times, make those guys widen out. Now take care of the middle of the field right there with a basic good throw and catch again. Guys in space, man. That's why you paid these guys that much money for. I don't know why the heck they hadn't been using them, why they've been trying to do all these different things that don't quite mirror up with the personnel they have. Now they got empty more than they had probably all year just in this game, getting those guys out there on the field, letting them make plays. Here's another look of just guys being ball players. And right here, Cam Coleman, got inside leverage here on this one. Same RPO. So trying to run this bang 8 RPO, he's down. There's nothing that they can stop right there. He's got to beat the corner here. Corner jumps the route. So as you see it, before he sticks it, he's jumping it inside. And these guys just being ball players, man. Hey, my guy's like 6'3", 6'4", dude. I'm just going to put it up here outside the numbers. Either it's going to be an incomplete pass or my guy's going to have a chance to go make a play. Just don't throw that thing right into coverage. So this is a really good job anticipating and seeing that DB broke on it. And then, of course, receiver, man, I'm not just going to run into coverage and the quarterback just throws him open. Hey, throw the ball up. Know you guys 6'4", put it outside the numbers. Let it be your guy or nobody on this one. And so this was a really good football play. 2 good football players, one absolute freak on the edge. But right there, being kind of on the same page. Hey, he jumped the route. He guessed right. So let's not turn this into a bad play. Just throw the ball up to the outside. Maybe I can catch it. If not, it's going to be incomplete. Here's one of an inside zone pull. And on this one, of course, crashing down. That tight end's trying to get outside to lead for the quarterback. That's what he does on this one. Now, a lot of people saying this was a hold. Yeah, he does have a hold of it right there. And maybe he tackles the guy. But, I mean, it's one of those things, too. I think these refs at the SEC probably owe these guys a little bit after the couple of games that they've had. So right there, pretty glad that there's actually a no call on this one. Helps out Auburn. Maybe the first time this year where they actually, let something go that was big for Auburn. So right there, big touchdown right there, going up, in the third quarter. And Vandy, definitely glad to see the refs helping out Auburn in this one just a little bit. Big drive here for Auburn, and again, getting back to that zone base, and great read here. So this is the end. He's trying to get into the B gap, trying to be aggressive, doing his own thing maybe because we got hitches here on the outside. And all this back's able to do is just slide to that C gap and get vertical. And they're not quite fitting it like they want them to. So right there, that was an awesome run. Again, playing with tempo, 27 seconds, this ball's getting snapped. And right there, getting out of your gap because you're maybe not quite sure about the call. And right there, falling forward for 10-plus yards. Playing with that tempo, playing downhill with speed can do a lot for you as a team, especially as a running back. I thought it was an awesome play right here, just running power. And I really am not sure if I've ever seen this before where, you're running your just typical power gap hinge, and they end up rolling a safety down. Quarterback ends up reading the outside linebacker. They're not worried about this dude as far as picking him up in the run, getting downhill. And, of course, if he sits out wide, they hand it. We're good 6-on-6 in the box. But that outside linebacker comes down. He blitzes, eyes on the running back. He's playing flat. And right there, great pull here by the quarterback and replace. So right there, I'm not sure if I've ever seen this one. This is on a 1st and 15. So pretty good play here to start off, already behind the sticks and to get about, 10 yards or so on the quarterback pull on power. I'd love to hear if you guys are running this as far as your power game, where you're reading that guy if there's an outside backer blitz. That was a really good read here by the quarterback. And also I thought it was a really good scheme, if that was the way that it was called up, to make sure that guy's taken care of. Here we are with one of the best catches of the year. And, of course, we saw earlier whenever they went that bang 8 the last time, that corner really drove it. And they threw that to the fade or to the backside right there, just basically off of the read. And on this one, they try to fake the slant and go on the Slade. But corner does a good job anticipating it, getting over the top. But then again, it's one of those things that whenever they throw the ball up to this dude, good things happen. And that's what happens on this one. One-handed catch, kind of juggles it, finds a way to bring it in. It's absolutely one of the best catches of the year. Great concentration. But, it's one of those things. Cam Coleman does this all the time, it seems like. Just got to get him the ball a little bit more and just toss that thing up to him every now and then. You give your guy a chance to make a play. That's what they do right here. And of course, you got to go for 2 to try to tie it. And this one's just straight fade. They went to a quads look. They emptied him out. Not sure exactly what they have as far as all this. Looks like these guys are working across. But really, hey, one-on-one here. Push plant, throw that ball up, give your guy opportunity on the fade to the outside. And of course, again, Cam Coleman just puts up one hand, makes a snag, brings a second one to it. Easy throw and catch there, it seems. Obviously, this is not as easy as they makes it look, but right there, of course, best player on the football field. Give him a chance to make a play for you. That's what they do. Get a 2-point conversion tied up. All right, now we're into a little bit of overtime, and on this one, as you see, 21 personnel set, so you got 2 tight ends in right here, and Vandy's standing too high look. So with everything that's happened, with the bang 8s, with all this stuff, with the shots, they're going to stay in too high look. We're even here in the box, so they end up running the football, and they get a lot of movement there through the A gap. See that thing just open up. So this is one of those things that maybe they're RPOing it, maybe they're not, but either way, these safeties are late to get in and fit into the box, which is the reason why you do these RPOs. It's not really to throw the ball out there all the time. It's to make them stay in too high look, be even in the box, and let your guys roll, and that's what's happening right here. This is 2nd and 10. Obviously in overtime, so this is a big play here, and they get right at 10 yards to get a first down. So this is an awesome play. Keeping those safeties off of those RPOs. Looks like they might have been running bang 8s on the outside. Obviously, with what's happening in this game, they're trying to keep them from throwing those explosive plays and creating a touchdown right there with the second play of the overtime period. Make them drive the football, and that's what they're trying to make them do right here. Thought this was a great call at an empty, just not quite executed like you would hope. And of course, empty. They're bringing 5, which is cool. It's got one high look, probably cover 1, and they're trying to work a jerk route right here to the inside guy. And on this one, he gets a little bit too antsy. He anticipates this a little bit too quickly. You got to sell that for another step and then burst. He doesn't quite sell it enough. And right there, he goes a little bit too quickly, and the guy's able to grab him. If he would have sold it for maybe just a half a count that way more, I think he's going to burst and he's going to be wide open for a touchdown here. But instead, he gets a little bit antsy, and right there he gets held. And isn't quite able to come up with the play. But really like the call right there. You're one-on-one. You probably like your matchup right here. Just not quite able to win right here on this jerk route and get open, which I thought, he had a really good chance to do, just a little bit too early on the break. This one is one of the calls that I think as a play caller, you've got to give your quarterback a little bit more of a chance on this one. And they're just running a stutter and a go here. Obviously, best player on the field, you definitely want to try to give him a shot. But they end up going outside leverage to the corner, inside leverage with this guy running to him, making sure that guy's not going to be the one that beats him. You got to give him some sort of progression off this. I don't know if maybe you bring him in as running a basic, or if you got some sort of a drive concept or something where you can get off that if they take 2 for 1, which is what Vandy does right here. So they drop, he gets outside leverage, he goes inside leverage right here, stutters, goes. This guy's just running a fade, which maybe if you see that, you might want to go to this side because it's a 1-on-1 as opposed to a 2-on-1 over there, but really would like to give the quarterback a little bit more of a progression if you could. And right there, not much of a chance. Just throws the ball up to the back of the end zone and incomplete right there. So that's one of the calls that I thought, man, maybe you give that guy a little bit more progression off that, or you say, oh, here's our 1-on-1, take that shot over there to that side. Obviously good players on both sides, but Cam Coleman is the guy. But either way, man, I know it stinks. Still not able to find a way to win. Scoring 38 points in an SEC game against a top 20 team. I mean, it looked a lot better offensively. Obviously not taking a shot at Coach Freeze or anything that he'd been doing, but right there it just looked like with Derrick Nix in charge of the whole thing, there were things that were working off of other things as opposed to just pulling, different plays out of a hat, it seemed like. So I thought that's definitely a step in the right direction. 2 more games left. We'll see what takes place. Maybe they can get a win. Obviously, Mercer this week should be a win, but as far as the Iron Bowl, that should be interesting as well because it doesn't look like Alabama's really scoring a ton of points. If Auburn can find a way to maybe score, 28, 35 points, there's a chance in that one, I believe. So either way, really appreciate you guys watching. It's a fun game to actually break down, man. You get some empty looks, you get some concepts that are really fun to see, and then you can see the progression and how you're working off of other concepts and other things that you're getting completions with earlier in the game. But anyway, really appreciate you guys watching. We'll see you guys again next video.